Good evening. Hope y'all are doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Um, I wanted to talk about meditation. Um, just speaking with people recently, I realized that maybe not everybody knows how to. I'm not by any means a professional, but I have a crazy brain, and if I'm able to do it, anybody can do it. So I'm going to lay out a few things that I do that help me keep the thoughts out of my head. Um, First off, don't be upset with yourself if you think of stuff or if you can't think of nothing. It's unless you're some monk that's been doing it for 15 years. It's really hard to do. It's you got to think about it as if you're doing it for the first time or a second time, or it's like anything. You got to practice at it. It's like anything. You just have to practice. It's hard and sucks the first time and the first few times, and it's never always fun. But the more you practice, the easier it is to not think about things. Or when you do, it's okay. You just acknowledge it, and you're like, all right, go over there, and if it comes back, that's fine. Just keep doing that. The more you do that, the easier it is to keep that shit from coming into your head. So keep that in mind. Don't be hard on yourself when you're starting this stuff because it is not easy. That's why people don't do it all the time. If it was freaking easy, everyone would be doing it. Um, Big one for me is sound canceling headphones. If you have that, that's a real good purchase. That helps a lot, keeping shit out. I'm real paranoid too because I do like to smoke, especially right now. I'll let you know. I just finished meditation, so that's why I'm making this. I'm like, what could I tell people? What could I tell people that have a hard time doing that? And so I did eat about 100 milligrams of edibles about an hour ago, which for me isn't nothing. I have an annoyingly high tolerance, so I wanted to meditate on some edibles, and that's what I did. Anyway, so the sound canceling headphones are a good idea. Um, it helps keep stuff out, and then if you can get yoga or meditation music, Apple Music has a bunch of stuff. Try not to do stuff with like words. It just helps. Just anything without words. Slow music could be anything, any kind of yoga or meditation music. Um, then find like a comfortable position on the ground. I like to sit on just a small pillow, like my butt on it, and then my feet on the ground. Many people can't sit like Indian style, so a good way to do it is to like have one of your legs in and another leg out. If you can't do that, like just find a chair. Like if you can't do it on the ground, just sit in a chair. Start with that. That's an easy way to do it as well. Not everyone can sit Indian style or sit on the ground like that. So if you can't, that's okay. Just sit in a chair or on the side of your bed, or just somewhere comfortable, where you're not gonna move around a lot. Um, this is what I had in my sessions. I highly recommend this. I highly recommend this for meditation and sleep. Remember how I said it had foam inside? So look, it's got little holes there in the foam, and so it's super comfortable to open your eyes. There was times today where I didn't know if my eyes are open or closed because you can't see shit. So this is really helpful for sleep. Like it'll come off. Like I'll wake up and I don't know where it's at, but it blocks everything out. Again, I'm paranoid. I have to lock all of my damn doors and double check them. But sound canceling headphones and blindfold. So it's a little. I thank God I have a dog. But it's just mindful.com. Here's my little bag with my name on it. So these are amazing. I highly recommend these. Highly recommend these. Let's see. Turn off your notifications on your phone if you can't. I mean, I play my music on there, and so if you don't have your music downloaded, you can't put it on airplane mode. So depending on what you use, try to put it on airplane mode or just silence all your notifications and your calls, just so you're not disrupted. And if you have kids, try to do it first thing in the morning or like last thing at night, just so you're not disturbed, or at least tell the kids, hey, don't bother me for half an hour or 15 minutes, whatever. You start with 10 minutes. Start with that 5. It doesn't have to be a long time. Just start with something short, do it, and then build up. So again, don't think you have to do it for an hour. Um, I start with, again, sit in a comfortable position, and then I get all the air out of my lungs, or I try to decrease the amount of CO2 as much as possible at first. So I do like really deep in and outs, like four of them, four deep breaths to start with, and then I'll box breathe. So if you don't know what box breathing is, again, I'm not an expert. This is just stuff that I know from reading. And box breathing is you breathe in and breathe in for 4 seconds, and then hold it for 4 seconds, and then breathe out for 4 seconds, and then hold it for 4 seconds. That's box breathing, and you just keep doing that. Now it's better to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, and try to control your breath better that way. So I do start off with the box breathing, and eventually I work into much deeper, slower breaths. I try to do as long and slow as I can in, and then hold it a little bit, and then eventually, after 20 minutes, I'm doing really deep, slow breaths, and just increasing the oxygen in my blood as much as possible. Um, that's great for hallucinating if you want to on weed, or just in general. So if oxygenate your body, you're going to feel euphoric. So that's also a really important part of the yoga for me, is the breathing. Not only am I trying to silence my mind, but I'm also working on the breath too. That's great for your body as well. I mean, all kinds of stuff. I don't know if you ever heard of Wim Hof, but he has a whole breathing technique that he's based a whole career off of, and he's proven it. I mean, he goes and swims in freezing cold water, and he's got records. So anyway, looking at that, Wim Hof, he's awesome. So what do I think about? Again, I'm just trying to count. When all else fails, if you start thinking about shit, again, acknowledge it, put it over there, and just start counting. Count your breath. Just start with that again. Just start the box breathing over again. Boom, 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 boom. You'll get into a rhythm. Like, it's just, again, practice. So if you think of something, all right, gotcha, over, start the box breathing again. Mantras, I know that sounds very woo-woo. A mantra is a really good way to stay present and not think about anything, whatever the mantra might be. You can even have a different mantra every day. It could just be a short little sentence that you just repeat. My brother Jason will be would appreciate the verbs. I'm not gonna listen to this. I'm not going to hear this now. Ray, you're chanting, Ray. So a mantra is not a bad idea. Other things, I'm trying not to think about anything, but it's okay if you do. So the counting is a good thing. A mantra is a good thing, but just practice. It's gonna take practice. So don't be frustrated, because if I can do it, my brain is bananas at times. So if I'm able to do it for 20 minutes, you can. I promise you. Just work on it, practice. Get the headphones, or get just something to keep it quiet. And then the mindfold is amazing. So just keep all those in mind. Any questions, I'm always free to answer. So hope this helps. Have a good day.